Hi everyone. I have a number of different commodity currencies that I've been putting aside because of the emergency that's going on in March 2020. April 3rd, 2020 is when I'm recording this. My favorite currency, dark baking chocolate. I think these satisfy most of the properties of currency, right? They're very fungible, they're divisible. The only thing they aren't is not very durable, right? They're not going to last thousands of years, but they last long enough for them to be useful for currency, in my opinion. Because if you think about it, a lot of people can make use of baking chocolate, right? If we were in some kind of emergency where this literally had to change hands, it might change hands 3, 4 times over a few weeks before somebody decides to consume it, right? It's kind of like cigarettes, right? Except here in the Seattle area, how many people smoke here? 10, 15%. It's gone down a lot over the last couple of years because a lot of people are switching to vaping nowadays. I have some non-alcoholic beer. I'm not a big fan of alcohol, but I do like the taste of beer. So I drink plenty of non-alcoholic beer. But obviously, I think the real stuff would probably make better currency, right? But it's a lot more. Obviously, it has most of the properties. It's most of the properties of this, but it's a lot more bulky, right? So the portability might be a trickier matter, right? So this goes for about $1 a can, whereas one box of chocolate goes for about $2.50 a bar, right? So considerably, and this is a lot heavier too, right? I have some incense sticks, some natural incense. This is Egyptian musk. They look like this. I would say this is a lot less durable than the chocolate, right? I've had some that are a few years. They do lose their scents for sure, right? Here's a can of fish, much more durable than either the chocolate or the beer, right? I've had a few of these for many years, actually closer to a decade, and they still taste pretty fine. Obviously, I'm not sure if the nutritional value if the vitamins would degrade over time, but it's good enough in an emergency, right? Obviously, a lot less convenient than the chocolate, about on par with the beer in terms of the weight and the size, right? But here I have some antiseptic. This is hydrogen peroxide. It's chlorine-free bleach is just a higher concentration of hydrogen peroxide. It's a little bit cheaper than buying it in the brown bottles. Obviously, not very durable, right? It decomposes into water and oxygen given enough time. Very bulky, right? This goes for about $3. Can you imagine trying to buy like a car? I can probably imagine buying a used car with that. Certainly not that, right? Here's a pack of alkaline batteries, and these are actually surprisingly durable. I've seen some that have a guarantee that you can store them for 10, 20 years. That's a lot better than most of that stuff over there. I would say it's relatively divisible, right? Relatively fungible. I think the different brands of alkaline batteries are more or less interchangeable. Some people have a preferred brand, but they're the same chemistry. I know the manufacturers tell you not to mix them because if one of them has a little bit higher capacity than another, at the end of the life, the one that's higher will try to recharge the one that's lower, and it might explode, right? But other than that, if you know what you're doing, they're relatively interchangeable. A few weeks earlier, a lot of people were trying to use this as currency, right? I would say this is probably more durable than any of that stuff. The only problem is that it's not very, not very portable, right? It takes a lot of this stuff to buy anything decent, right? And then you're lugging that around. You might as well go to Weimar, Germany if you're going to use this to buy anything, right? Here I have some natural soap. At the beginning of the crisis, nobody wanted to buy this stuff, right? Everybody was happy to buy soap, and I hoarded up a bunch of this, which is good, right? I got it at a discount too. Let's see. I paid about $10 for this, so it's not very portable, but obviously very durable, right? So if you're looking for something that's durable, probably, let's see, I would put this in that category. But this is definitely a lot more portable, right? Uh, Even the beer, I would argue, is a little bit more portable than some of the other stuff. This is the peroxide, not portable and probably not very durable either, right? Because it breaks down into water and oxygen, right? So leave a comment. What do you think would make the best currency in the current situation that we're dealing with?